Alright, welcome back everybody. Got another 12 packs, 24 packs. That's how many packs there are. Ooh, first pack foil. A double Camelot. Okay. Holy shit. That's a pretty good pack. Wow. Yeah, I don't know how much the unique Camelots are going for, but that's awesome. Camelot, I think, is okay as a utility site. You really got to pack your deck full of or uniques to get some good advantage about it. And your opponents can use it if the site placement's a little weird. Pendragon Legacy is going to be great in the Knights deck. Past that, not too sure. Harassing Ruffians is the best card in the set. Holy crap. I'm still reeling from the foil Camelot. Vengeful Heir seems okay. Gotta make sure I'm in frame here. Hopefully the Camelot was in frame. The Vengeful Heir seems okay. It seems like you have to do some work. It's 3 mana for a 1/1. As an additional cost to cast this, you may banish a dead knight, Sir Dame. If you do, Vengeful Heir is summoned as a copy of that minion. Like, that sounds really good, but at the floor, it's a 3 mana 1/1. Like, if you don't have a dead knight, it kind of sucks, so not sure about that. Take a look at this Camelot again. Holy crap. Siege Giant. It's pretty... The play testing I've done with it, it's pretty good. See another foil. Beacon's really good. Coin Nixie's cute. Wizard's Den is a great site. And a foil Bog. That's a really good one too. It's a small Quagmire, and even just the one Quagmire, like, it's a Genesis. Until your next turn, units are immobile while atop target's nearby site. You could even play this on your back row and target the site in front of you, and they can't attack that site for that turn. So Bogs are the sites in this set, I think, are going to be more impactful than a lot of people think. The cost of include is it's a site. The effects are really strong. There's not a whole lot of fiddling you have to do with it. Pigs of Sounder seems really cool. Not sure how well the Pigs deck will be. Dame Burmont. This is one of the uniques that are actually an elite rarity printing, but 5 mana, an air, an earth, and 2 water for a 3/5. Lance, so it's a 4/5 first strike. If Dame Beaumont would successfully attack an enemy site, she may summon a mortal from your cemetery to her location instead. So if you have some mill, maybe with like a Wizard's Den, and you put a Sir or a mortal into your yard, that could be really good. If not, it's just a 4/5, which seems reasonable, but that threshold cost is very sketchy. Heard my phone go off. Fey City, White Knight, Belfry, Nelly Long Arms, a unique fairy with a murderous reach. Submerge, tap. It has submerge, tap, and tap. Shoot a projectile. If it hits a unit, drag it here. Nelly may submerge it. That seems really good to kill a minion if you give this haste with like the charge card. But only 2 mana. If you gotta play it up front for a little bit to like have it do something, and then it's like in range of kobolds or violence, because in constructed they're still legal. In limited they're not so prevalent, but maybe that's a really good limited card probably then. But constructed, I think it's gonna fall because of that 2 power. Sisters good card filtering. Ooh, Cursed Lands. Whenever another site is played nearby, its controller loses 2 life. This could be like your 4th site in a deck that's trying to get to 4, or you play it off to your right side, and then you build off to your left, and kind of like forces your opponent to build off to the left too. So that could be kind of cool. The families are pretty cool. Sly Fox, I've seen some people like think the Fox like Bogles deck might be kind of neat. We'll see. Knighthood feels awkward. Yes, you can cheat out a big mana thing with Knighthood, but it feels like it needs a lot of setup. Troll Bridge is another man land. The first time a lone enemy enters here, each turn, strike it unless they discard a card. It seems good. It gives your opponent some play around, but discarding a card is usually not a great thing to do. And a Grand Old Boar has charge if there's dead squeakers. Again, I don't know how good the the pig deck is going to be, but we'll see. Man Tulus is a 4/3, can't be disabled or moved by force. It's fine and limited if you need another body. Hunting Party is a 4/3 range. Nearby enemies lose stealth. I think it's more incidental, so you're playing this for a 4/3 ranged. Just seems too expensive for what it is. Ooh, Sir Pellis. This is my first Sir Pellis. A 3 mana, 1 air, 2 water, 4/3. Submerge, moves freely between water locations. Moving freely is huge movement, and free movement in this game, movement is almost everything. So Sir Pellis is going to be a really good minion, especially because it's above rate for power. Like, the thresholds are a little awkward, but if you have a floodplain, it takes care of that. And if you're a 2-color, you should try to have both colors in your opening hand. So that's going to be a really good one. So we're at 2 foils so far, right? We have 4 more to go. Oh, look at, speak of the devil. Attack by night, 3 mana, 1 air threshold. Enemies drop their artifacts. Allied units strike first this turn. This is like a minion payoff for limited. Again, you can only play so many non-minion cards in your limited deck. Like, I like 6 to 8. Even on the lower end is better. Yellow Knight is a decent limited minion. Impenetrable Corpse. Or Cops. There's no R there. And projectiles can't enter the site from the outside is a great second site to prevent the kill spell coming through. And then Sir Belvedere. This seems like a really good minion. A 4 mana, 2 earth, 1 water, 4/3, which is okay stats. But if a Sir Belvedere is carrying an artifact at the start of your turn, draw a card. So this could be a recurring draw engine. With all the lances running around, make it a 4/4 first strike. This seems like a really good minion. Just even constructed, but we'll see. Thankless Squire, Ordinary Mortal. Lance, Immobile. I think this is just a bad card, but the art is super awesome. Yeah, it comes in with a lot of lances, but the fact it's immobile really hurts it. And you can't really give lances to a lot of things. I guess it seems like a lot of work to use the lances that provides. Non-foil. Lookout is a great air site. Being turn 1 Lookout, it just feels really strong. My piles are a giant mess, but I can deal with that later. Stone Rain. Stone Rain is 4 mana, 2 earth threshold. Target a site up to 2 steps away. Deal 1 damage to everything atop it, repeating for each site in your hand. How often on turn 4 do you have 1 or 2 or 0 sites in your hand? it just seems like 4 mana for 2 damage is not a great rate. There is Tithe in the set, where just draw 3 sites and then maybe play Stone Rain, but Stone Rain feels underpowered to me. Like, but speaking of non-underpowered cards, Redcap Prowries, charge, 3/3 with 2 fire threshold. If Redcap Prowries haven't attacked by the end of your turn, they die. Put it in Flame Collar and attack every single turn. If they die, whoop-de-doo, you get 2 fire threshold. Oh, speaking of Tithe, look at that. Heck yeah, draw 3 sites. This seems a little crazy. I know they're just sites, but it's still 1 mana, draw 3 cards. Yeah, no, that's good. That's gonna be a good one. And then charge, just charge, 1 mana charge seems really cool. If you need the tempo aggression, cool, but it's going to be such a card disadvantage. Even if you play a minion and play this, kill their thing, now it's just like even. I don't know. I think you can do some sneaky stuff with charge, but in limited, your card draw is so limited. Haha. Maybe you just probably want another minion, is my opinion. This has been an awesome box. Got 2 Camelots, got a Tithe, got a Sir Pellis. I am very pleased. Siege Giant again. Pebble's Path seems like a really good, just incidental lose charge. Having 1 or 2 in your deck seems totally reasonable. The Wild Hunt is a 6 mana, 3 air threshold, 5 power fairy. Has airborne. Other spirits and fairies have charge. There's going to be a crazy charge deck coming out of this set somewhere. You can have a density of like 16 charge minions. It's going to be really annoying to deal with. Bottomless Pits and Free Cities are going to be your friend. Wyvern, the best one of the best minions I think in the set. Grim. How am I going to say this? Guzarmarm, 3 mana, an elite weapon of equal execution. Bearer takes and deals double strike damage. So this is more of like a finishing card. You don't want to just play this and do nothing. You want to have a minion play this and attack. So like attack for 10 with a Wyvern. Watch out for this just as an incidental card that might get played. Harassing Ruffians. The other great ordinary site, Pond, is a beast payoff. Genesis this turn. The next beast you cast to the site costs 1 less than ignoring threshold. Can ramp out a unicorn on 2. Play an Earth site, play Pond, play unicorn. Sounds terrifying. Any site that lets you gain an extra mana, so that's kind of a tower for beasts. Dirium Formans, a 7 mana, 2 Earth Threshold, 6 power, Burrowing Submerge. This is going to be a house unlimited. If you see one of these and you're on Earth, just take this. Annual Fair. Ooh, I see a foil. Is a great filter. Pendragon Banner. Nearby allies have +1 power while there are no enemies here. 4 mana for an artifact banner. This is going to be great in like wolves or go wide with human tokens or like 1/1s. It's going to be really good. Cast to Exile. I think this is one of the best removals in the set. Shuffle target minion occupying an allied site to its owner's spellbook. 2 mana, 2 air threshold. Just remove a thing. It does have to like be on your site, but the ability just to hard remove a big scary minion is going to be really good. Arc Lightning is another okay removal spell. Even it doesn't say random unit, so you can like march up with your avatar, and maybe that could be your final blow kind of card. Lava Flow is like suffers from Ice Lance, but it's a buffed Ice Lance. It is 5 mana, but this is an okay finishing card as well. Beacon is a great tower. Pigs of the Sounders, part of the Pigs deck. Sir Garrus, a unique mortal. This is one of the elite uniques. They're not a true unique. It comes with Lance, so it's a 4 mana fire threshold, 2 water threshold for 3/5 with Lance, so it's a 4/5 first strike, and it untaps on the end of turn and has Vigilance, so it's going to be really good. I think if you're in Fire and Water, this is just a good minion to have. Lead Astray. Tactical Move, I think, is okay. The problem with this, it has movement, but it doesn't like replace itself, so it's really, unless you're like getting an extra card off of this movement, maybe you can attack efficiently now. It's kind of hard to disadvantage. Wall and Band of Thieves. A 3/3 for Band of Thieves. 3/3s in limited are really good, and then especially in this set, it feels like the limited environment, the minions are a little bit smaller and a little squishier, but not as good removal. Fire Breathing, King's Poachers. Another Poachers Cavalry is going to be really good. There's another Love Potion. And an ordinary foil Tax Collector. But this is my second Love Potion, so that's really good to see. Tax Collector. It's 3 mana for 2 Earth Threshold for 2 power, 2 toughness minion. Genesis, your opponent's next turn, their spells cost 1 more. Like, play this on 3 when you're on the play, and then they can't play their 3-drop. Seems okay, but, like, it just seems like there's better stuff you can do for 3 mana. Like, the tax is kind of cute, but seems a little awkward to me. I think I would rather play a 3/3 or a unicorn or something a little bit more impactful. Warhorse, I think, is going to be a sneaky card. 2 mana, 1 fire threshold, 2 power, 2 toughness. It has charge, but it may carry an ally. This is movement that leaves a 2/2 body behind. This is free movement that leaves a 2/2 body behind. So if you have a minion on your front sight, you can carry it forward and attack efficiently, or to the left or right. I think Warhorse is going to be really good. And Valar is the combat trick in this set. 0 mana, 2 Earth Threshold, maybe cast when an ally defends a site or another unit. The ally gains +4 power at this turn. This can save a minion, and it kills their minion, so you're still trading a card for a card. It just makes it situational, and it could make the difference, but I think it's going to be an okay card. I think our last foil is here. Phase City. It's a exceptional sight. Tap an allied fairy here. Shoot a projectile. Deals 1 damage. It's a pretty art, but it doesn't seem super impactful. Hey, look at that Warhorse. I was just talking about you. But our elite is Parrys Gate. Enters the realm under an opponent's control, so you can just play this to your back row and have a sight for you to attack to kill your opponent. But it gives them a sight and gives them extra mana. I don't like giving my opponent stuff, but Warhorse foil, that is really cool looking. Alright, a couple packs left here. Speed through these a little bit. Montrous Lion, 4/4 for 4. Charge, can't attack sites. It's a 4 mana removal spell in my mind. Tax Collector, nothing else crazy. Troll Bridge is pretty good. Sir Moron, this is another unique mortal that's actually an elite rarity. Genesis, summon 2 foot soldiers tokens here. Enemy projectiles can't enter here. It's 4 mana for a 1 earth and 2 fire threshold, 3/3, but it comes with 2 foot soldiers, so you're really getting 5 mana or 5 power spread across 3 bodies, and if Magic's taught me anything, it's when you split up your power across different bodies, it's good. It makes your opponent have to deal with more stuff. Babbling Brook is a great quagmire in water. Snowball, I don't know how I feel about Snowball yet. It's like an okay card, I guess. Perilous Bridge. Units can't traverse the top site of your border on the ground, so this is like another pillow fort. Avatar of Air site in my mind. Play this on to 2. Your stuff can fly over it, but your opponents can't attack you, which is really where Avatar of Air wants to be doing. Training Grounds is a great night payoff. Your opponents can use this, but you're built around this, so you'll get more use out of it. Sir Balin. Do I have? I think I have this one. 4 mana, 1 air, 2 fire for a 3/4 with Lance, so it's a 4/4 first strike. Whenever Sir Balin strikes an avatar, destroy that avatar's site, then burrow other minions and artifacts there. That's pretty good. Kind of blink it onto your opponent's avatar. Stone, remove a site. Seems really strong. White Knights, Purple Knights, Unseelie Court. At the start of your turn, players may discard a spell for each fairy in the realm. I actually haven't got the Seelie Court yet. I would rather have a Seelie Court. That seems... Maybe you can get some advantage off of like having your stuff in the yard. Maybe some Death Speaker builds could use that. But yeah, that first pack though, that first pack. Thanks everybody. I'll see you in the next one.